Today I am introducing the depiction, or lack thereof, of dinosaurs in the novel and 1959 original silver screen adaptation of Journey to the Center of the Earth. This story follows an expedition to study, record, and build a legacy around the geological, paleontological, and climatic conditions found at the Earth's core. Our group of wayward travelers find themselves stumbling upon geologic marvels, atmospheric anomalies, and paleontological wonders. The scientific inaccuracies, and more specifically, the lack of dinosaur representation in either medium, however, leaves much to be desired. Beginning with Jules Verne's novel, At the Core of the Planet, there exists a subterranean sea. The expedition forges through the vast oceans, only to witness an epic battle between an ichthyosaurus and a plesiosaurus. This battle, not originally found in the first publication of the text, portrays the marine reptiles as dinosaurs and is romanticized by depictions and illustrations added to the text in its second publication, much like what you see in the upper left corner. Not only do both not fit the definition of a dinosaur, being marine-based with fin morphology, but both creatures, while found in the Mesozoic, existed during very different time periods, one in the Triassic, one in the Jurassic, and therefore would not have overlapped with each other. While the oceanic environment remains accurate to both beasts, even the predator-prey relationships shown in the text do not convey the veracity of interactions these ancestral clades would have had. Moving on to the cinematic adaptation of Verne's novel, we once again see lack of dinosaur representation. As the subterranean sea appears in the film, the travelers encounter a terrestrial foe, the Dimetrodon. The rhinoceros iguana, however, disguised cleverly as this Dimetrodon, provides climax to the cinematic storyline, but fails to scientifically be accurate. Dimetrodon exists prior to the Mesozoic during the Permian and is more closely related to mammals than dinosaurs. Secondly, the environment portrayed in this film fails to represent the flora, fauna, and subtropical delta ecology of the Dimetrodon's habitat. The deviation of movie and novel portraying ancient reptiles cannot be speculated. Whether the lack of technology to represent Plesiosaurus and Ichthyosaurus in the movie of the 1959 version, or an attempt to manifest climax in a different way to entice audiences, both mediums failed to represent dinosaurs and their environments, and therefore should not be included on any dinosaur lists.